Wisdom, sign of the times, law of positivism, magic of unicorns, energy and spirit. You get to pick your deck. Positivism. Okay. And this is Shireen Oberg. And I do sometimes argue with Shireen Oberg's interpretation. So just be aware that that might happen. Everybody has different viewpoints on spirituality. Everyone has different viewpoints on spirituality. And I love that we can be different and spiritual at the same time. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to lay down my standards in any resonance. Okay. This is what was at the bottom of the deck when my guide said to shuffle. And it says, my heart is open to receive love. It'll be interesting if that comes up. Come on. Come on, guides. Tell me when to stop. There we go. I accept my life exactly as it is. And this is a bejeweled stag, I think you would call it. A bejeweled stag. I need to adjust my camera. There we go. Okay, 47. I accept my life exactly as it is. To be in the present moment, not needing to change the past or the future. Just being in this beingness gives a sense of abundance and gratitude. When you sit down, you see all you have instead of what you think you lack. Your heart fills up with ease and love. Accepting life, accepting yourself, your choices, and your experiences is liberation in itself. Trusting that life is exactly how it is supposed to be and that you are part of a bigger plan. Have you ever experienced a sense of wanting to escape the present moment by not accepting all that already is and is provided for you? Are things not aligning with what you thought your life should be and the visions you hold for yourself? This is the magic of life, which gives us surprises, twists, and turns to provide us with challenges to overcome in order to grow. These lessons are blessings in disguise, and wanting to turn back time or fast forward is not an option. Accepting is surrendering, and surrendering is unconditional trust. So how can you accept all and fill yourself with gratitude for each breath, each glimpse, each experience, and each person? As I was saying, be curious about people. Okay, start a gratitude journal. Focus on unconditional acceptance and gratitude for the present moment. Take a few minutes each day to write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be small or more significant, just as long as you start to focus your heart on life's miracles and blessings, which leads to acceptance of all life. You are not here by chance. Your life is part of a divine plan. Enjoy all of it. And I was discussing this one thing in a spiritual group. How can you enjoy the upsets of life? As I started in this stream, I said, my life's pretty much turning to crap. Yet, it's be careful what you wish for, because I wanted a bigger meditation room. And really the only way to get me that was to move. And circumstances are building and expanding to the point of I really didn't want the expense of moving, but it's building to the point that might be exactly what I have to do. And that one thing can change everything in life. And I said this a while ago, the accident I was in that broke my spine, I saw it 12 months before it happened. Yet I knew I had to keep living. And I was a workaholic. I was very good at what I did. However, being very good at what I did meant I didn't devote... Yes, I've always been involved in spiritualism, as a religion spiritualism. But I didn't devote as much time to it as what I can now. And talk about being busy. Seriously, the spirit world allowed me 3 years to heal. And then, vroom, it was like, my diary is packed for months. I know I don't have massive followers here. My online presence is just that, an online presence. Yet my diary is booked out for months in advance. That would never have happened if it had not have been for the accident. And certain other things wouldn't have happened. So we never know the final destination. So we need to also accept that some of the negativity that we experience is actually a knowledge giver. And I welcome knowledge. I do. I welcome it. At the moment, I'm crying out for help, but I welcome knowledge. Yeah, it is. Sometimes the hardest things we go through in life are the biggest things that impact our decision making moving forward. So, yes, it is food for thought. Snow Kai, welcome in. I don't have a queue today because I don't know how long I'm going to last. I'm a bit emotional today. So, a bit emotional today. But there you go, Janine. I feel that card was definitely on point for you. Start that gratitude journal. Start engaging with people. To be curious about the people. Oh, thank you, Star. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I've been through, if I looked at my life, I'm closer to 60 than what I like. I'm 58, going on 59 this year. And in my life, I've experienced so much. Thank you for the stretch, Janine. Oh, I've experienced so much that, yes, there were some horrible times. Yes, there were some times that have shocked the living bejeebies out of me. But that knowledge moving forward in life can assist you. It can hinder you, but it can also assist you. Some of what I've experienced has made me a little bit of a control freak in my own personal life. Not in my spiritual life, in my own personal life. But that's how it goes sometimes. Okay, where are they? Okay. Star, I feel as if you've been busy as. I get this busy energy. Okay. And I feel as if somebody wants to paint an exterior wall. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. Thank you for the good vibes. So on top of everything, I feel as if someone wants to paint the exterior. But you like the exterior. Can you relate to that, Star? Yeah, you like the exterior. It's like, why waste money on... Yeah. I actually feel that your husband may actually want to stucco it. Which is put like a concrete to make it not look like brick. But you like it, is what I want to say. And my guide said, okay, enough shuffling. There you go. That's what I picked up on. Holy bunch of roses. Hello. Okay. I feel as if there is a great pressure on you. And it's almost like a pressure to hold everything together. I'm glad you went to an art class. Yeah, there is definite pressure on you to hold everything together. And it's also juggling the wishes of two different families or two different households. I actually feel someone needed their kitchen done, so there's a bit of back and forth between two houses. Okay. I get a good vibe about the job. So relax, get some rest. Okay. I feel you've already slept and have woken up. Because I get disturbed sleep, over acceptance. I feel there's been gossip about where you're having the interview. Ignore the gossip. Ignore the gossip. Unless you don't get the job and then the gossip was true. I feel you will get the job. It's not going to be as exciting as what you anticipate. It's going to allow you time to spend at home though. There's sort of like this 4-day-a-week feel. And I know France already does it. Here in Australia, there are some workplaces that do 4 days a week. But there's a 4-day-a-week feel. Yeah. You may be able to negotiate 4 days a week. It's a 4-day a week. 4 days on, 4 days off. I got something about 4 days. There you go. I feel you will get it. I feel you won't be a threat. So yes, men can be territorial. Just look at the red pill rise. There's been a rise in red pill thinking, okay? However, that rise in that type of thinking it's exposing things. And they only see certain people as a threat. And I want to say single, upwardly mobile females they see as a threat. Married females they don't. So I feel you will sneak under the... Yeah, I feel you will sneak under once your co-workers know you're married. That's not going to be an issue. I'd love to visit the Deep South. Not because I agree with the politics of the Deep South, but I would let your status speak for itself. I would let your status speak for itself, as in how you identify. It's like you're a married woman. That's all that's going to keep them quiet. You don't need to have a mouth. And yes, I've heard that the land is beautiful. The politics don't resonate with me. I feel the politics have kept the US stuck for centuries. Or at least a century. The politics have kept the US stuck. But that's only my opinion. I'm much more open-minded than the South could handle. But I do feel that this job is going to be a good one for you. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. I feel as if the pay rate is productivity based as well. So I feel the pay rate might be productivity based. If it's not productivity based, it's everybody working together to get things out. there. I feel you'll excel at the productivity stuff. So just don't let your mouth go off, because I'm thinking of, I ran into some red pill people not that long ago, probably about 3 weeks ago now, and my mouth got me in trouble. Whereas if I had have stuck with my single, wanting someone to take care of me philosophy, rather than engaged in debate, I would have actually vibed well with these people. But they said one thing that really made my blood boil. You know when you can feel it going up your neck? Zen, stay calm. Because I feel there may be that one moment and it's only one thing. So sometimes it is better to stay quiet if it is only one thing. Because that one thing might be hugely important. However, if you agree on everything else, is it worth the division? I'll put it like that. Yeah, I feel this is, as I said, I was with this group of red pill thinking men, and there was one thing that we disagreed on. Yet everything else we agreed on. If I had have stayed quiet about that one thing, even though it was important to me, it was also equally important to them, enough to ignore all the commonality. So sometimes staying quiet, if it's only just one thing, if they had have said something else, I would have really irked up, but I should have stayed quiet, because I could actually see myself being friends with most of them. Yet I opened my mouth on this one thing that was ultra important to their philosophy, and found myself on the outer pretty quick. So yeah, if you're there for the money, you're there for the money. End of story. So you keep focusing on the end goal, and that end goal will help your mouth. If I had focused on my end goal of being curious about people enough to find a partner, it may have turned out with, no, I just opened my mouth at the wrong time. I should have listened more. But I'm a Karen and I'm a Scorpio. Do those two things actually, listening more, does it go with? I don't know. But if anybody debates about the Karen meme being alive and well, I can tell you, as a Karen, it is alive and well. And it's morphed from a meme into a reality for myself and the two Karens that I know. To the point where one of those two Karens that I know has changed their name. So, yes, memes can morph into reality. It's a sad thing. Yeah, I'm just really careful now when sharing memes, because memes can morph into reality. And I'm just picking one meme, whereas I'm sure there are hundreds of memes out there. Hi, Stella's an angel. Welcome in. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get today. That's why there's no queue. I'm having a little bit of an emotional roller coaster going on. Okay. Now. Thank you for the hydrate, Star. I need it. My voice is cracking something shocking. Oh. Now. I do think I've got space. Oh, we've got a raid. Crossroads of Tarot. Hope your stream went well. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. There we go. Love it when people raid. But Crossroads of Tarot, hope your stream went really well. Thank you. It's a scarf, actually. Neppy, it's a scarf. So it was something that made my table look a little bit more me. It has been copied. There's another adults only tarot reader that has got a similar one. And sometimes you can't tell the difference. But I've just been saying I have no queue today, so it's one of those things. Everybody has a struggle in life. And sometimes it just pours out. And I'm in one of those how can I say? I need to split myself in two. And I've got people who want to split myself in two. Lucena, you are up. Okay, we've lost Lucena. I thought we had. But Snow Kai, you are up. I think I've got enough oomph in me to do another one. So Snow Kai, you are up. And I feel a similar vibe, actually. And similar vibe. I feel as if there's been a shocking change. Oh, I'm roaring to the point, Neppy. Follow and you'll see when I go on next time. Go live next time. But I'm a straight shooting Scorpio and a Karen. So, Snow Kai, I feel as if you've had a really sudden, shocking change. Thank you, Neppy, for the follow. I've been known to do 10-hour streams, but today that's not going to happen. Today that's not going to happen. I just know in me, I need my energy to be high. So, Snow Kai, it is you, and I'm feeling that you've had sudden, shocking change happen. It's like all of a sudden, you've got, sorry, I've got a little tear in my eye. I feel as if there's requests coming in from family, there's bureaucracies like forms to fill out, and you don't know which to prioritize. It's like I've got a list of things that need doing and I don't know what to prioritize. I feel as if one of them is a move. One of them has something to do with a move. And it's uncomfortable. You've got the World card though, so whatever discomfort is thrown at you, I feel as if it's universal in... I feel it's sending you closer to home. It's sending you closer to home. You've had a lot of sleepless nights with this. My guide said 2 more. There's going to be eventual success, yeah. That's why my guide said 2 more. Because I feel as if it's a really difficult process, a really difficult burden. I feel as if there may have even been nightmares related to what's going on with you, Snowkai. It's almost like your darkest fears have come to the surface. But there's definitely a good outcome. Keep pushing through. Thank you, Neppy. I'd love to see you on my next stream. And thank you for coming in with the raid and joining in the chat. Oh, I intend to. I have to look after myself. I know it's complicated, but it's like this. All I can liken it to is I was actually doing this last night to calm myself down. As most of you know, I do crochet as well. I'm 58, so what else am I going to do while watching TV? I was untying all these knots of wool, and it's like all these knots, and it's like I've got to untie this bit before I can untie this bit. And it's like a big mess, a big jumbled mess that needs tweezing out. And it's like, where do I start? And I want to say everybody has an opinion on what you should do. But it's like everybody's opinions, I feel the opinions are coming from people you've listened to in the past and got bit. As in their opinions have backfired on you if you've taken their advice. And it's like I'm trying to dull out their opinions. Okay. Just keep persevering. Do what you feel is best for you. Let them have their opinions, but do what you feel is best for you. And I do feel that the outcome, you can only go forward. So do what is best for you, and I feel like the outcome is good. I've got the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So this may feel like a really super dark moment that you're going through, and I feel like there's been a build-up to it. But keep persevering through, because I do believe it will get easier. And it will lead to better. It doesn't feel like it right now, but I feel like it will lead to better. So you keep doing you, Snowkai. That's all I can say. Let the others have their opinions. Yeah. You're welcome, Snow Kai. And look, just know I'm going through pretty much exactly the same thing at the moment. And it's like, I don't know how I'm going to cope with it. I feel I know what I need to do. But at the same time, the supports of how to cope with it, it's like a big mess. So my thoughts go out to you, Snow Kai. Just know you're not alone. You're not alone. I feel like I'm being trodden on by giants. Has anybody else ever had that feeling of like you're an ant in the big human race and all these giants are trotting on you? Just to give you imagery. And I remember when I was a kid, and I'm going back many, many, many years, when I was a kid, we used to play ant ambulances. We would sort of squish an ant, and then the other ants would all run around like crazy, and that was ant ambulances. This was before we had technology that could entertain us. Come on, we had to make our own entertainment. And yeah, it feels like that at the moment, that it's karma. I'm now the ant and someone's squishing me. So just be aware of that as you go through your karmic cycle. And I think this is where I'm going to have to leave you guys, because just doing the last read, I'm glad it doesn't show up on camera, but I've got some tears. And that's how stressful my last 8 weeks has been. And I've tried to keep up, and today it's just got blah. So thank you all for dropping by. And yes, I am a straight shooter, so if you really want straight shooting tarot no nonsense stuff, don't forget to follow, and you will get notified the next time I go live, which hopefully I can get things sorted out in a week. Fingers crossed, eh? I just want my voice back. It's like I've been screaming. And I wish that the next week for everybody is a lot easier and breezier. And until then, mwah. But we have seen, I had a raid come through. We have to look at who we can raid. So we'll just see. We'll just see. Oh, go away. Okay. No, not going to do that. Okay, I'm going to send you somewhere that I like to go occasionally for a break. And it'll let you in on a little bit of what I like to do in my spare time, if I get some. So it'll give you a little bit of an insight into Karen on a day off. And I've got to admit it, I'm pretty good at it. So I'll see you next week.